You're now tuned in to Thoughts of a Black Sheep. And guess what? I got some thoughts. All right, everybody. Today is July 19, 2016, and we're going to do some industry talk. The music industry is full of people with power over people. In fact, if you have no negative influence over people, the music industry don't even want you. The industry would even take someone who is willing to be in the spotlight or a position of power, or what most people say famous. Like when you want to be famous, they would, get you, and they'll even get people to write for you. They'll get people to dress you. They'll get people to teach you how to talk, just so you can look appealing to other people, and they do all this, all the talking, everything that they do, the so-called celebrities, they do this for their fans. And it make me question, like, they go through all that trouble, pay these people all these millions of dollars. Like, is it really just for the fans? And if it is for the fans, what's the purpose? Why? That's like a big question you can always ask. Why? And let's just go a little deeper. You remember when a time when the lyrics in music, I'm kind of leaning more towards hip hop. But do you remember at a time when like the lyrics was like really elementary? I'm talking about like Africa Bambaataa and Planet Rock. Now you go listen to that. Better yet, go look at the video attached to it. The lyrics of the song is not really complicated to put together. And he's been deemed the godfather of hip hop. And if you go look at the video associated with it, you'll see like hand symbols that he used. And to this day, those same hand symbols are still being used, which let me know those symbols are more than just hand signs. It's more like a language. You get what I'm saying? Which brings me to my next point, and what my thought of today is. All right. I want to focus more on the lyrics. Now, to most people, lyrics are just words put together and to make words rhyme. But to those that know lyrics, they know it's really more than meets the ear. See, words are formed by alphabets, or as we call them, letters. Now, the letters were first created by a Semitic people in or near Egypt, but it was spreaded by the Phoenicians. Now, which originally the alphabets was, they read them like from right to left. But in America, we are taught to read left to right. And since we were taught left to right, we read, like most people can't even pick up the fact that, for example, when you watch the news, you'll see the word live, because we read left to right. But if you read right to left, you will see it reads evil. Now just stay with me, because my point in bringing this up is to let you see that letters are no more than like magical symbols that you put together to make words. But as you was taught in school, when you put letters together, they say you are spelling. Which, if you don't want to accept it or believe it, every one of us practice some form of magic, because we spell or we speak words. And if you speak the words, you speak in spells, because you have to spell these words in order for them to come together, And now, as far as the lyrics go, or which I like to call the lyrics, because them lyrics, a lot of them just be full of lies. They are spells put together by people who really should be considered magicians, because they possess the ability to create a spell that can change and shape your mind and even your reality, mixed with the hypnotizing beat, the words then get into your mind and stay there. For example, you can go 10 years without hearing your favorite song, but as soon as you hear a little piece of that song, you can recall those lyrics. Most of the time, someone only has to say like, "Do you remember?" and they say a name of a song, and those lyrics will pop up because they were created to live with you. That's why the industry paid millions to celebrities, because they are casting spells on a large mass of people, not just in music. Think about just think about the different names that could be related to witchcraft. You got, like we was always taught, like witches, they cast spells on people to make them do whatever it is they want them to do, right? But in the movies, they have like the people that's in the movie, they call them the cast. When they are looking for people to perform the spell, they have casting calls. They play movies, music videos on a broadcast network because they are casting the spell broad, like to everybody. The news anchors used to be called newscasters because their job was to cast, this news spell on people. They shape reality. The point I'm trying to make is whenever you hear words, understand that those words are spells, especially in music. And with the industry being ran by negative people, the lyrics are spells that are sung or rapped to you might sound good and positive. But if the industry brought this artist into your life by way of radio, TV, or any media outlet, that artist is promoting or casting spells through his or her talent that will promote negative or confusing thoughts in your life. I know you might think that these artists are for you, and it sound like that they are they on your side, but you have to understand that in the music business, they have to sign contracts. They have to make deals with the people that runs the industry. And everybody, believe it or not, the people that runs the industry, they are wicked. They have a agenda to destroy. That's why positivity is never promoted in music. If you know an artist that have a real positive message, that's straight positive, it's not confusing like Beyonce and Kendrick Lamar song, that song Freedom. That song is very confusing, and people think that song is about some black power stuff. But if you go just listen to what they saying, you will see it's a different meaning, and it's like it's always a double meaning. And whenever you have truth and a lie in one sentence or paragraph or in your lyrics, well then you got to chunk that up to being a lie, because you can't have both of them and expect to have one outcome. It's like a double-minded person. You can't trust that person. You get what I'm saying? Even in that same song I'm talking about, Kendrick Lamar said something about he's wicked, or something, his lyrics wicked or something like that, But what I'm trying to get people to see, and this is just like a little introduction to what I'm gonna go deeper into, understand that words are just spells. Letters. They taught you this in school. They taught you this, and I believe they taught everybody this because that's the way the spell can work. Because if you don't know the language, if you don't understand how to read, and you don't understand how to comprehend what somebody's saying. If you from Japan or something, and you come to America, now you've been in Japan your whole life, that you know how to speak that language. I guess it's Chinese, I don't know. And you come to America and people talk to you, nothing they say gonna affect you. You not gonna move either way. They could be saying, hey man, watch out. This building finna fall on you, you know? And if they not pointing to that building and make you turn around and look and they just, just talking to you, telling you this building finna fall on you, well, that building gonna hit you because you don't understand what they saying and you can't be moved by their words. You follow me? Now, if you just like if you from America and we talk this language called English, you go over there to China and somebody walk up to you with the stuff, all that stuff they be talking. You gonna be looking at them like they crazy. I don't understand what you saying. They could be telling you the same thing. Hey man, this Chinese dog finna bite you in your behind. You ain't gonna be moved because you don't understand that language. So what I mean is that this is why they taught you how to spell, because they needed their spell to work on you. So they taught you how to put these letters together. Then they gave you meanings to these words, and they use music. That's one of the biggest tools in the world to shape reality, I guess, or to put thoughts into your mind, because music go into the subconscious and it opens up different doors, like they call brain cells. You have stuff inside your brain cells because they've been putting stuff inside there through music. That's why you can turn on a movie. You gotta have music because the music, give you an emotion. It make you, how to put it? It make you go along with whatever it is that they trying to do. If you got a horror movie, you're not gonna hear no comedy sounding music. You know what I'm saying? Because they want you to be afraid, so you're gonna have dark chords and different stuff like that. You feel what I'm saying? We'll get to that in another video also about music. But I'm mainly trying to stay on lyrics. So they taught you how to spell because they wanted they spell to work on you. And when you listening to these songs, when you listening to y'all favorite rapper Future, and when he's saying his song Wicked, they putting a spell on you. They putting something inside your mind. They changing reality. They doing that that what's bad is good and what's good is bad. You follow me? And it's all inside the lyrics. And you sing these lyrics all the time. You go out and they have to have music playing. You want to go hang out, have drinks. You want to go to a daiquiri spot. But the thing is, you're going to always hear music. Words always going to be playing. And you talking to your people having fun, but you got this spell that's going on. And you think that you're not paying attention. Your mind is very powerful. It's picking up on those spells. And later on, things start happening in your life, and you're not really understanding what's going on. And you start reacting different ways, and you don't even know yourself. You be like, man, I can't believe I did that. Well, it's because you have things in your brain cells that's been unlocked from years and years of listening to this stuff. So I'ma end it. I want y'all to check this little clip out. It's on from Vampire in Brooklyn, and I want y'all to hear these words, and this gonna let you know how the industry do with words, how they switch stuff around. And they are actually taught this. What you finna hear, they are taught that wicked is good. So if they get brainwashed and they think like this, they putting it on you. Some of them know it's not true. It's just they just wicked people, But today, this just was my thoughts about the industry. Just an introduction, because I got a lot of deeper stuff to talk about when it comes to this industry, you know. And I'm gonna be calling names of your favorite rappers, you know, so, and singers. So don't get mad at me, because I know they y'all gods, you know, but they have to be dealt with. I'm sorry. This has been Thoughts of a Black Sheep. I'm out.
We talk about Jesus. That's right. Jesus said and Jesus went. Jesus heard and Jesus walked over. Oh, yes. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Yes. But I don't want to talk about Jesus this evening. Because as the big man teaches us, it's two sides to every story. Not one, but two. A story is not one side.